All right, welcome back to another timed workout day. We are going to be on a 45-second set of work and a 15-second transition period, and we're going to be doing combos, and we'll get all 3 rounds set in today. I'm going to be doing everything with 20-pound dumbbells only, so I'm just going to, some stuff will feel a little light, some stuff will feel a little heavy, but I'm going to keep it a little simple and just go with those. Let's start with our child's pose today. Push your hips back over your heels, reach your arms forward, take a couple deep breaths, see if you can get your forehead all the way onto the ground. Feel your rib cage inflate and push against the thighs, drop between the legs. Feel those shoulder blades slide down. Go ahead and grab your pelvic floor, grab the core, and then you're going to slide yourself all the way forward, pulling the chest through the arms. Let your hips shift left and right. Let the ribs open and expand, your shoulder blades squeeze together. And then push up and back into your hands and knees. And we're going to do a little bit of hip mobility. So bring your knee up, back, and around on one side. You're going to go for 3. This is 3, and then go the other direction. So back, up, and around, 2, and 3. And then before we switch, open out to the side, 1, 2, and 3. And then just cross it behind that other leg. Sit back for a second, and then we'll go to the other side. Bring your knee up, back, and around, 2, and 3, and then the other direction, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to go to the side. Keep the core strong, and then tuck that knee behind the other. Perfect. Okay, let's hit up a bird dog. We'll go 5 per side. So we're going to alternate side to side, back and forth, extend, and then drop it down, extend, and drop. Feel the core engage. Slide the shoulder blades down, trying your best to keep your pelvis neutral. Engage through the back to help hold flexion for the shoulders. 1 more per side. All right. So push yourself into your low squat. I'll run through the exercises really quick. We are going to do a lunge and curls. So we're going to do a static lunge, 45 seconds, curling on one side only. And then we'll switch and do the other side. We're going to do a skull crusher with a glute bridge. I'm going to try and hold both the 20s, see how that goes. Then we're going to do a squat press, a thruster, so squat and press up overhead. A lateral lunge to row, so we'll hold 1 dumbbell, lunge to the side, and then come back up into a lateral or an upright row. And then we'll do both sides there, and then we're going to do a single leg deadlift to back tap. And then we're going to get those 3 rounds through, like I said. All right, let's go ahead and get rolling. So first one is your lunge and curl. Grab those hands behind your back, open through the chest real quick. Remember, keep your back flexed and your trunk and torso in the right position so that you can keep the work out of your neck. Not trying to go for massive thoracic or massive traps today. Maybe another day, not today. All right, ready, set, and go. So square off your hips. You're in your lunge. Drop and curl, and then come back to the top. Drive through the front heel. Pull the back hip forward, the front hip back. Generally, that's the direction we need to go so that we can keep our pelvis neutral. The hips lined up, squared ahead. Feel the legs, feel the biceps. Three, 2, and 1. All right, enjoy a little break, little transition time. Right leg is forward, left leg is back. Ready and go. Keep your elbow back by the rib cage. Keep the chest lifted. Hold some sort of flexion and control as the weight drops back down. Three, two, and one. All right, we're going to be on our backs, setting up with our glute bridge and skull crushers. So I'm going to set my weights together, elbows right over the shoulders. Keep the core strong. Feel the glutes set in. Tuck your tailbone back toward the backside of the knees. Then feel those triceps press. Time. All right. Coming up, we're going to go into our squat press. You're going to use flexion from the legs, power from the legs to get momentum and power to push the arms up overhead. Woo. Really sit back on that one. Keep that push. Neutral spine. Time. Whew. Oh, those always get me. All right, we're going to do our lateral lunge and row. So we'll step out to the left and row with the right. Here we go. Slide it over, pull up. Sink back and down into that hip. Pull up with your shoulder and support with your back. You got it. Strong, flex, straight leg. Locked core. Keeping that pelvis time in place. Whew. Okay. Heading into the second side. 3, 2, and 1. Lifted chest. So as you row, lift the chest, getting your stack. Check in. Knee and toe lines up on your lunging side. Time. Lots of core. Even though there's no dedicated core moves, They're very dedicated. Single leg deadlift to a back tap. Here we go. Hinge and then tap back. Hinge, tap back. Belly firm. Again, lengthen through the chest and the back. Squaring off your pelvis to the floor. Feel your back engage at the top as you pull those weights together behind you. Time. All right, take a second. Couple knees to elbows, cat-cows. And then we'll hit up the other side. 3, 2, and go. Lock it in. Belly strong. Driving up from the heel. We're focused on using that glute to lift. Three, 2, and 1. All right, back to the top. Lunge and curl. Whew. 3, 2, and go. Be in control. Stay flexed through the legs. If you find that you're wobbly and unbalanced, try staying a little more in flexion with those thighs. Time. Doing great. Right leg back, left leg forward, right arm curls, legs stay flexed. See if you can drop your hips super low. Stay focused with where you want to feel the work, with your core. Pushing through the front leg. Time. Back to our skull crusher bridge. I'm going to go 1. Hips are up. Elbows squeeze in. Belly strong. Packing your back. Don't check out with the legs. Keep those glutes firing. The belly firm and flexed. Wrapping that trunk and torso all the way around. Time. All right, thrusters. Our squat press is next. Get that heart rate up. Feel some intensity. Feel that core engage. Hold flexion. Oh, that's my number. 10. All right. Lateral lunge to row in 5. Tight locks core. Lunge. Small little rotation through the mid-back. Keep your straight legs straight. Stay locked in. Come on. Elbow pulls up and back using the lats and the core. 10. 3, 2, and go. Notice your pelvis as you lunge down needs to be neutral to the shoulders and square to the floor still. So you're hinging forward, but we're not tipping. Build that back. Build your delts. The core, the legs. Getting it all. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Single leg deadlift to back step. 3, 2, and go. Finding that balance. Back. Glute and hamstring. Back. Line your knee and toe. As you tap back, make sure you're opening the chest and shoulders as opposed to rounding. Work for your break. Come on. Time. Whew. 4, 3, 2, and go. Learn to feel how the body is holding itself through the movements, through space. So we're really getting away from just watching what's going on with the weights or the movements, but what's the body doing? Where is it putting the load? How is it holding support? Where are the flexions coming from? Time. Okay, lunge and curl coming up. Last set. It's going fast. 3, 2, and go. Keep that leg moving, even if you have to let the curl go. Keep your lunge. Time. All right, left leg will go back. Left arm curling. Here we go. Line up your knee and toe. Core hold strong. Keeping everything flexed and supported. Oh, that poor left side. Come on. Time. Oh, all right. Skull crushers. Push your hips up. Elbows squeeze tight. Get your glutes super involved. Here we go. We're on. Take skill and focus to get the glutes to really do their job here. I'm not worried about the triceps working. I know they're working. Hopefully neck is staying out of it. But we're keeping that traction between the heels and shoulders to build those glutes. Time. All right. Thrusters. 3, 2, and go. Time. Ugh. Holy cow. All right. Lateral lunge to row. I'm going to lunge over to the left and row to the right first. Enjoying that higher heart rate. Those squat press definitely push it. Find the belly. Find those legs. Use the legs to help the arm. 3, 2, 1. Three, 2, Other side. I think 20s were the right choice. Definitely a challenge, but doable. Lock and engage. Feel how the body's working. Three, two, and one. All right. Single leg deadlift to back tap. 3, 2, and go. Opening the chest. Ooh, I looked up. Gotta keep my focus. Trying to pull my knee to the pinky toe side of the foot. My right knee especially likes to fall in. Gotta watch it. Take your break. Other side coming up. We're getting there. 3, 2, and go. Trying to lift the chest, but tuck the ribs. Takes that interior core strength. Stand long through that back leg. Feel it back. 3, 2, and 1. All right. We're going to go ahead and hit up some helicopter hips before we lie on the ground. Whether you want to go balanced or supported, up to you. Open your foot out to the side, letting your hips stack. Then drop back in, rotating under. We'll do our 3. Rotate under, and then one more. And 3. Okay. Here we go. Find your balance. Open and stack. You can use your arms to grab something or to fling around to find extra balance, our kind of propellers, if you will. Oh, stack, 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 and then rotate. Perfect. All right, head to the ground with your right leg forward, your left leg back. We're gonna tuck under, tuck the tailbone, slide forward till you feel that left hip flexor. Then keep that tuck, so pull the belly button back, your pubic bone back, reach the left arm up and over. All right, and then lift that back left knee and then let your hips sink. Maybe you can get your forearms to the ground, maybe not. Don't worry about it. Either way, you find the stretch that feels good for you. All right, we're going to drop that knee. Slide back, get your hamstrings. Find that belly of the muscle. I'm keeping my knee a little bent. I don't want to put any pressure on my hamstring tendon. If you have trouble with those, make sure you're not doing anything through your workouts or stretches to pull on those. Okay, cross over to your pigeon. The single leg deadlifts and our split lunges, our split squats, I sometimes have to watch out for. So if that's you, if you have inflammation in your sits bones area, then lay off of those things that cause irritation. All right, fold into your Z-sit here. Let your pelvis just sit, and then reach your upper body over the legs, whatever feels good for your hips, your back, whatever else is going on. Okay, and then we're going to rotate back around. Take a downward facing dog first. Again, maybe you need to keep your knees bent, depending on what's going on with your hamstrings. And then we're going to take that left leg forward. Right knee drops onto the ground. Tuck the hips. Slide forward. Feel that hip flexor open. If you have tight hip flexors, which a lot of us do, I would recommend building your glutes, building your hamstrings, rolling your hamstrings, and rolling your hip flexors. All right, kick that back knee up. So even more so for me, and quite a lot of what I've seen floating around out there is you can get a lot further by building the glutes to support the hip flexors so they don't have to work so hard. That would be your core as well. Okay, drop your knee, slide back, hamstring, and then rolling. So finding kind of you can do a tennis ball, get a little bit of a larger ball, and roll around in that hip flexor and psoas region. Lots of breathing. I find it very effective to help with any kind of hip flexor tightness or issues I have. Okay, we're in our pigeon. Wonderful job giving to yourself, challenging yourself, hopefully pushing your effort level. Don't forget, some days you need a little extra push and drive, and others you can back off. Just get the movement and not add more stress. All right, fantastic. I will see you again tomorrow. We are hitting up the legs, very focused and heavy tomorrow, so I hope you'll join me.